Freedom fighters, I'm coming back at you with another Manic Monday rant, and it is manic. Well, let's get to it, man. Today's topic is going to be this new word. Well, it's not actually a new word, it's a rebranded word, but the term is the woke right. I don't know if you've been hearing this, I've been hearing it thrown around a lot lately. Um, and it's basically just like, another label, code word for deplorable, essentially, except for even conservatives are using it. And now the main thing that blew up was David Portnoy. I don't even know if you know who that is, but he's like owner or CEO of Barstool Sports. If you look this guy up, you've probably seen him on Fox News before. He does a lot of interviews. Um, but he had an incident at one of his bars like a week ago, and someone put a like F the Jews sign up, and he went to X on his X account and said, I'm gonna find these guys, hunt them down, and which he did, and called his parents, and they put together this thing where he was gonna send them to Auschwitz, and the dude backed out now, and he's just been hounding them and all this stuff. But then he's like, oh, these are one of those woke right people, or people defending them. People were coming to the guy's defense who like, we're not even politically aligned with this dude. I don't think he was right wing, because a lot of these leftists and stuff on these campuses and stuff are pro-Palestinian. It's kind of one of these things that the left and the right somewhat share. But the people on the right, who are basically the Zionist right, their new code word is, you're the woke right. So this is what they're throwing around. And, I saw this on CNN the other day too. Fox News again, Mark Levin again, he's been a constant one where, we talked, over the weekend on Friday about Trump at odds with Benjamin Netanyahu, and the Israel thing, and Mark Levin's throwing a fit. And he's people who don't support the Zionist agenda. If you're not Israel first, he's calling you, this is one of these woke right. And again, it's one of those new code words that they're using. I think I was talking about in my maybe you don't wake up the normies video, or I can't remember which one. Oh no, it was my sovereign citizen video, where I was specifically saying the sovereign citizen is just another code word where they get you to try to backpedal and back down on your beliefs. Just like the R word, racist, bigot. Then they turn it into deplorable. It used to be like alt-right or something like that. They would just call you right-wing or alt-righter. But now the one that they seem to be going with is you're part of the woke right. And just like when they call you a sovereign citizen or a conspiracy theorist, they think it's going to make you back down and be like, oh no, I'm not one of them. And let me disassociate with that term because, I don't want to be considered one of those guys. But, stay steadfast in your beliefs, and, I'm willing to debate, anyone on the topics or whatever, but, that's pretty much what it is. And they were talking on, CNN, I can't remember if it was CNN or MSNBC, but one of these leftist panels were going off, and they were like, oh yeah, the woke right, is on, what were they talking about? Undead Chronic actually did a video on this the other day, where I think they were like, the manosphere won. And they were like, the woke right, has taken over this red pill identity or whatever. And they were going all on that. Oh, and CNN also was saying, the rights for immigration now that it's white people, and they're losing their minds over these 50 South African refugees. Yes, you heard me correctly. 50. Um, and would it even matter if it was 500? What if it was 5,000? What if it was 500,000? It would be, a penny in a bucket compared to the 10 million illegals that just crossed the border. But when 50 white people get brought over through the immigration system, they lose their minds and all of a sudden they're against immigration. There was this church, NGO, whatever. They're all racketeering, smuggling, fronts anyway. But they were like, oh, we're shutting down our immigration center because these aren't the people that Jesus wanted us to take care of. Like, what are you talking about? And they're like, oh no, like, these aren't the, misfortunate and the lesser. They're literally being hunted in their towns. There's literally riots going on in South Africa, and they're breaking down their doors. I saw one guy's house where he had like chain link fence and razor wire and bars on his windows, on his doors, steel padlocks and everything. He has to lock everything up at night. Um, and I don't think you're permissible for firearms over there. I feel like the certain few, like the rich elite, do, but for the most part, I haven't heard anything about them, being able to arm themselves. But yeah, I mean, they're literally being hunted. This was actually brought forth in an interview or a documentary like years ago by Lauren Southern. I remember, I forget what that was called, but you can definitely look up Lauren Southern South African documentary where, she talked about this a long time ago. I remember, thinking about this, and I was like, of course, our administration won't be helping these people at all. And I don't know, it might have even been during Trump's first term. It might have been 2017, 2018, somewhere around there. But um, these people are just losing their minds over that. And again, it's not even remotely a tenth, a hundredth, or a thousandth of the amount of illegal, hostile invaders that literally has crossed the border. People we don't even know, of all you know colors, shapes, and sizes. You got Chinese and everything, Africans, South Americans. They even saw North Koreans and everything. So, these people, I'm pretty sure, have IDs, have been vetted, have a reason, the approvable reason of why they need asylum. And, not like people who just run across the border and you have no idea who they are, no paperwork, no background check from their, former country of what they've done, in their life. But if you believe in strong borders and security for your country, I guess you now are part of the woke right. And they're gonna keep using this term, for everything else that you come into disagreement with the rhinos. And see, that was the original term. That's when you hear rhino, it's basically Republican in name only. But you know what it is. It's like a fake Republican. These Mitch McConnell's, Lisa Murkowski, John McCain, these people who are just centrists and they really hold no other belief. They don't have, right wing beliefs. I mean, they're just centrist with semi conservative values, right? Like they might have a little difference of opinion on like tax policy and budgets and spending, yet they all come together anyway and pass the bills at the end of the day. But it's all theater, it's all the clown show. But when you actually hold right wing beliefs, they're now looking at you and they found their code word. You are now woke. So let me know what you guys think about that. Are you just going to embrace it, or I'm probably just not even going to think about it. I've said long ago, I don't really take to labels. I don't really call myself anything, but let me know what you think. Until the next one, you know what it is, man. We are on our own. Nobody's coming to save us. So get right with God, because only God can save you. Freedom fighters out.